Hello everybody, and welcome to another flight sim video. And today you join me here at Humberside Airport. And you might be wondering, what is Humberside Airport? Well, Humberside Airport is the airport near the River Humber. The River Humber is in, well, it sort of borders Lincolnshire and Yorkshire. We are on the Lincolnshire side and very close to the I think it's a city of Hull. So this is Humberside Airport. It's a very small airport, but it's relevant to the aircraft that we'll be flying today. So the aircraft that we'll be flying today is here. It is the Embraer 170 by Eastern Airways. And why is it relevant? Well, to start with, it's relevant because here at Humberside Airport is where the company of Eastern Airways is actually located. Here are their hangars for maintenance for the E-jets that they have, the E170, and they got two E170s and three E190s. Also, there's a Bristow hangar here as well, and Bristow do a lot of helicopter flights, hence why there are helicopter pads all over this airfield actually. And Eastern Airways today will be flying on the E170 with registration Golf Charlie Mike Papa India, and as you can see here underneath their logo it says operated by KLM Cityhopper. So Eastern Airways is been supporting KLM Cityhopper for the last, I think it's 2 years now, with their E-jets, both their 190s and their 170s. The reason for this is that KLM is still awaiting the delivery of the E2 Embraer jets, and they need support. And there's also German Airways also supports them with E190s. And with that in mind, we'll be operating a KLM Cityhopper flight from here in Humberside all the way to Amsterdam at their home base. Now, interestingly, this is a very small airport. I've already got the batteries on and the GPU is running. We're going to ask GSX to load us in a moment as well, so that would require me to open the door. I will have a little walk around as well before we set up. Yeah, just to show you around as well, and I'll show you the cabin also. So anyway, well, let's call for GSX first, so we can get GSX out the way. And then we'll do a request for boarding. She will open the rear door as well. We will not connect the tow truck, and we will not be board. Let's board the cabin crew actually. That will delay the start a little bit longer. We'll open the rear door as well. And so yeah, so Eastern Airways currently only operates a handful of flights of their own. One of them is Newquay to Gatwick, which is actually I forgot what they call it, but it's a flight that needs to be operated, and it's partly funded by the government. Also, Eastern Airways has a flight from here to Aberdeen with the Jetstream 41, very rare aircraft, and also that aircraft will fly up from Aberdeen up to Sunborough, and I've featured Sunborough before. Now the conditions today, they're cold but clear, so we got nice weather today for our flight over to Amsterdam. So our flight attendants are coming onto the aircraft now. Now, naturally, of course, there wouldn't be a bus because the terminal's just here. But anyway, that's by the by. So we're going to get set up now for our flight. Now, KLM has quite an extensive network globally. They actually fly to so many places. It really surprised me. You know, when you do a bit of research in where they actually fly, they fly to most African countries and South American countries as well. So it's quite a handy connection, and they fly to most major airports and minor airports in the UK, believe it or not, using the Cityhopper branding. Now, Cityhopper, its history comes back to KLM UK, and basically that's why they've got quite an extensive network. You know, with airports like Norwich, here at Humberside, at Teesside, and Newcastle. Exeter is another one. I think they just added that recently. And, you know, Inverness, Aberdeen, they literally connect all major parts of the United Kingdom to the KLM network in Amsterdam. And I find that amazing. Anyway, let's get back into the cockpit. We're going to start setting up our flight. And our flight today is KLM 972 from Humberside to Amsterdam. And the first thing we'll do is jump into here. Now I've got to remember how to do this, because I literally just watched a tutorial on this. And I think we go to program, route. Here we go. So it's kind of already put in there. I wonder if I can request flight plan. No. Okay. We go back to routing. We'll put KLM. Where's my sim brief thing? I've got the call sign on here. View flight plan. Come on. KLM. Where's the call sign? Because I think from watching... Hang on. Let me get my phone, because it will be on the... It will be in here. 7-6 uniform. So it's already got 7-6 uniform in there. Let's put 7-6 uniform, KLM, 7-6 uniform. Sending request for flight plan. Check flight ID. So will it be the IKO? 972. Send request. Flight plan received. Wait, that's good. Okay, flight plan received. Let's do a quick ATIS check as well.
Humberside Airport information, uniform 1000.
I'm going to change this to map.
Wind 260 at 10. Visibility 6. Sky condition clear. Temperature 2. Dew point 10. QNH 29.74. ILS runway 20 in use. Landing and departing runway 20. DFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have uniform. So
we got information uniform, and we'll be taking off from runway 20. At this point, because we're pretty much boarding is complete, I'm going to start the APU. And unrealistically in this aircraft, it does start up awfully quickly. So we're going to turn that pump on. That's set to auto. And then we go to start. So the APU will start up. Anyway, let's check our flight plan. We'll check out for our departure. Our departure will be 20. Runway 20. No SIDS and stars here, so we'll apply. Just check OBEC, yeah. Aptos, yeah. It's funny how it puts direct here instead of using the Airways, which I find really strange. But that's okay. As long as it gives us the correct flight plan, we'll be good. Aptos, dollars, into... Go to the next page. There's our flight attendant telling us that everything is ready. There you go, boarding is complete. Lamso. And then this is the arrival. Expecting 36 right. That actually is a good runway for us to use. So we're expecting to go 36 right. We'll use the ILS. And our approach is LAMS 2 Alpha, which is not here. Oh, that's our transitions. So where's the stars? LAMS 2 Alpha. Apply. Perfect. Now we've got to do some performance, I think. Let's just double check everything. I'm not really too sure what I'm doing here, so forgive me if I'm a bit slow at sorting out everything. If we do departure, we can set up on here. So we'll be runway 20 for takeoff. Conditions are dry. And we'll do a flaps 4 for takeoff. Because the weather condition... Well, the runway is relatively short. And it will give us slightly lower V-speeds. We'll set up an alternative. Dry conditions flaps 2. And we'll calculate that as well. And if we go to manifest, you can see there we got our V speeds at 110. Oh wait, 106 V1. 110 is our rotation. V2 is 143. And we'll send that to the Amsterdam. I'm sure that will put in for us. Ah, yeah, you see the first officer's sort of putting it in for us there. And you can see it loading up on here as well. I think we are just about there. It's quite a quick aircraft to set up. Let's set a climb. Climb 270 constraints. Yeah, I think that will be good for us actually. Takeoff. We've got all of our takeoff data in here. What do we need to set our trim? Trim to 3.3. Set to 4 at the moment, so we'll set that in a bit. Right, first thing we need to do is get our IFR clearance.
Humberside Tower KLM 76 Uniform IFR to Schiphol ready to copy.
KLM 76 uniform is cleared to Schiphol Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 20 climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 118.775 squawk 2512.
2512. Right.
KLM 76 uniform cleared to Schiphol Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 20 climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure on 118.775 squawk 2512.
KLM 76 uniform readback is correct. Contact ground on 119.13 when ready to taxi.
Alright, perfect.
Good day.
Right, we have quite a short taxi today, so we'll be preparing ourselves ASAP. Now I'll set the up to climb speed, I think, for the... No, how do I... How do I set the speed bug? Altitude... Again, forgive me for taking a bit of time with this. Alright, we'll get the engine started. We got the APU running. Let's disconnect the GPU. We'll go to ground. Check the speed brake is on. Speed brake is on, so let's remove the wheel chocks. Remove the cones. Let's close all of our doors. Remove the GPU. And then we're not going to push back today, we're just going to pull off the gate as we are. Well, that's our front door closed. Let's get these rear doors closed. Why are the rear doors... Why are the cargo doors still open? Okay, we'll just get GSX to set us off. And hopefully... de-icing, yeah. Let's do some de-icing. We are in a... cold conditions after all. Red beacon can come on. De-icing truck is here. Where do we find the temperatures actually? I'm not really too sure. But yeah, so we're just going to wait for de-icing vehicle to do their de-icing. And then once the de-icing is completed, we will take off. Oh, do I have to do something? I'll call you when we're ready. Okay. They're not quite... Ah, there we go. I was thinking, when are they going to move into place? Oops. Let me get... Oh my gosh. What have I done here? There you go. No? Ah. There you go. So we got our de-icing fluid being applied to our wings. And then once that's done, we'll start the engines and taxi very quickly actually to runway 20 for our departure. 20 means that we are departing to the south, which means we've pretty much got a direct routing out. So if I go to here, can you see this cabin? It's very, very nice, nicely detailed as well. This cabin has business seating at the front and ordinary seating at the back. Now it's a bit glitchy at the back here, but yeah, so that's all of the de-icing sorted as well. I don't know why the cargo doors are still open. They should have closed by now. Okay, we got a slight glitch with the cargo doors because they're still open. Let me try to close them again. No, I don't like this at all, really. Let's try it with the wheel chocks in place. Those doors should have closed. They normally close by themselves with GSX. Alright, GSX, the dispatchers are all here. No, we don't... Actually, we don't want to do a pushback at all, really. So we'll just let GSX do their little thing over there. And again, I don't know why those doors are still open. Anyway, one thing I forgot to mention about this aircraft is that it's still in beta mode. Ah, wing walkers again. That's obviously a new feature with GSX. Are they actually going to connect the tow truck? Because if they are, we don't need it. Let me just get rid of them. Right, GSX is gone now. Let me try to close these cargo doors. They're still not closing. Right, it looks like we're going to have to fly with the cargo doors open today. Now, I don't know how well that's going to affect our performance. But anyway. Right, so we have to check that all of our hydraulics and bleeds are set. We're all good. Beacon light is on. Everything is quite plain and simple on this aircraft. And then we're going to go to start engine 1.
Alpha Juliet Delta is cleared to Aberdeen Airport as filed. Take off runway 20 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 119.13 squawk 0232. Beechcraft Golf Mike Alpha Juliet Delta cleared to Aberdeen Airport as filed. Take off runway 20 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 118.775 squawk 0232. Beechcraft Alpha Juliet Delta read that correct. Contact ground on 119.13. Good day.
It's kind of interesting that it sounds like it's the announcements are done in Russian, which is quite interesting.
Proszę o poświęcenie teraz kilku chwil na zlokalizowanie najbliższego wyjścia. W niektórych przypadkach najbliższe...
Engine 1 started nicely. Let's start engine 2.
Humberside ground, Beechcraft Golf, Mike Alpha Juliet Delta with Victor ready to taxi IFR. Beechcraft Golf, Mike Alpha Juliet Delta taxi 2 and hold short of runway 20 via taxiway Delta Bravo. Contact tower on 119.13 when ready. Tlenowe wypadną automatycznie z panelu nad Państwa głowami. Jeśli tak się stanie, prosimy o pozostanie na miejscach oraz mocno pociągnąć za maskę, aby rozpocząć oddychać normalnie. Chociaż worek nie napełnia się powietrzem, przepływ tlenu...
Alright, we'll let engine 2 start up. That Beechcraft is The King Air is just taxiing over there to runway 20. Let's close our cockpit door now as well. Right, looks like engine 2, is it stabilizing now? There we go. Put on the map traffic as well. Let's take away nav aids. We'll leave the airports. Waypoint identifiers can stay on. Progress is good. Alright, engines are good. Let's set our flaps to 4. 4 for takeoff. Let's do a flight controls check. Flight controls check. We'll check everything. All indications are coming up. That's all we're looking for really, is the indications on there. Let's go back to systems on this side. Okay, so flaps are set. Let's check the trim. We said trim will be 3.3 for takeoff. So we go down to 3.3. We set the RTO. And then let's request for our taxi clearance.
Humberside ground KLM 76 uniform with Victor ready to taxi IFR.
KLM 76 uniform taxi 2 and hold short of runway 20 via taxiway Delta Bravo. Contact tower on 119.13 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 20 via taxiway Delta Bravo KLM 76 uniform.
Cabin is secure. What I like about the Embraer as well, that you got this takeoff config button.
Takeoff okay.
Takeoff is okay. We've got good trim, good flaps, and good everything really.
Beechcraft Alpha Juliet Delta, contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Good day.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm just getting used to this aircraft. So we're going to just taxi out here. Taxiway Alpha. Alpha, then Bravo. So we need to go this way. It's got quite nice physics actually on the ground compared to some of the other aircraft, including the Airbuses that are on here. So apparently we need to stand by the nav, stand by our auto throttle, because the auto throttle actually engages in automatically for takeoff, which is really nice as well. Alright. So if we set our lights on now, strobes as well. Ooh.
Cabin crew, be ready for departure.
Yeah, this aircraft is actually quite nice on the ground to taxi. It's really got good feedback. Set TA and RA for the... Let's contact the tower for takeoff.
Humberside Tower KLM 76 uniform ready for departure runway 20 IFR to Schiphol.
KLM 76 uniform QNH 29.74 wind 260 at 11. Cleared for takeoff runway 20.
Cleared for takeoff runway 20 KLM 76 uniform.
So we stand by the LNAV. We'll stand by the... And there you can see takeoff on there. I think we've got this just about right. Oh, wow. The brakes are really firm. And it taxis quite nicely. Do we take off from this position? I mean, we've got enough runway for it. We'll take off straight from Bravo then. Right, let's take off from here, from Bravo. I don't know why my connection keeps dropping all the time. It's really strange. It's very strange. Okay, lined up on the runway. So LNAV is set. What we'll do as well, we'll set vertical speed. I don't know how much vertical speed, because normally you get like a blue indicator, but that's okay. That's set. Okay, right, let's set the clock. So apparently when you get up to 60%, it will actually automatically engage. Oh, there you go, look at that, that's amazing. And then we got takeoff on there. Oh, it feels really realistic, this. Quite heavy, I like it.
80 knots.
80 knots checked. Oh, the aircraft is going up.
Rotate.
Rotate. Oh, it climbs nicely.
Positive rate.
Gears coming up. Gear is up.
KLM 76 uniform contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Good day.
How do we get the speed up? Okay, this is where...
KLM 76 uniform. Goodbye.
Oh, this is where I'm gonna have issues now, I think.
Manchester Center KLM 76 uniform is passing 1,100 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Oh my, how do I set the...
United Flight 5 heavy descent and maintain flight level 320. KLM
Ah,
76 uniform Manchester
speed.
Center QNH 29.7 for radar contact. Continue
There we
on
go.
deck.
Ah, there you go. And then we go
Manchester Center
like
Easy
that.
317 flight level 360.
There we go, look at that.
Easy 317 for Manchester Center
And then we go
radar
flight
contact.
plan.
Continue to revolt.
Opet in there. Autopilot's coming on. Flaps are coming slowly up as well.
Pozostanie na miejscach do czasu zgaszenia sygnalizacji zapiętych pasów bezpieczeństwa.
Manchester Center United Niner 06 heavy flight level 340.
Stanie z zapiętymi pasami
And there's the Humber River that I was talking about, where the Humberside name comes from. And then speed is really coming up now.
7 contact London Center on 118.475.
So let's do vertical speed. And then bring the flaps up.
118.475
And then we'll do acceleration. How do I get to...
Golf Air for heavy climb and maintain flight level 250. KLM 76 uniform contact London Center on 118.475.
Okay.
Good day. Climb and maintain flight level 250 Golf Air for heavy.
So let's get the lights off from the wheels. Let's get seatbelt sign. No, we'll leave the seatbelt sign on for now.
118.475 KLM 76 uniform.
Right, still learning the aircraft, so forgive me, as I've already been saying. Oh, we're now accelerating up to 2.
London Center KLM 76 uniform
25
is passing
knots.
4,100 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
KLM 76 uniform London Center QNH 29.74 radar contact. Continue to hotbed. Channel 286 climb and maintain flight level 290.
So I'm trying to figure out this speed control here, because there's no VNAV, so it doesn't automatically control it.
Channel 286 contact Manchester Center on 118.775. Good day.
Oh, look at the wing flex. The wing flex is really nice on this.
118.775.
Weather is absolutely beautiful though.
Goodbye.
So we'll reset
One heavy climb.
the heading bug,
Flight level 340.
and then what are we doing now? Heading mode, nav. We've got nav already. LNAV is engaged.
Climb and maintain flight level
Altitude.
340 Virgin Niner 1 heavy.
FMS speed. So that's how you change it. We can do FMS speed because we got quite a good profile going on. So, okay, I've got this figured out now, somewhat. Now the air is quite calm, so let's release the seatbelt signs. Seatbelt sign has been released. Flight attendants can do whatever they need to do. Yeah, there's nothing much more for me to do apart from prepare for our landing. So yeah, this is the Embraer E190 from Flight Sim. What's it called? FSS. Flight Sim Studios. And this is actually even though this is in a beta mode, this is actually a very impressive aircraft. It flies really nicely. I mean, the ground handling is way more realistic, even compared to the Phoenix A320. The Phoenix A320 feels a bit too loose, but this feels absolutely solid. It feels like it's really on there. Now this area that we're coming up to is very, very flat around here. This is, we're in Lincolnshire. I wonder if you can actually see... I don't think we'll be able to see Lincoln itself, because I know Lincoln Cathedral is one of the points on here, on the game, on the sim. I'm having problems with the texturing. We're just turning to the left. The wash is over there.
London Center Gulf Air 4 Heavy is passing flight level 225, climbing flight level 250. Gulf Air 4
And the aircraft is climbing quite nicely, actually. We're not really straining the aircraft. Now, I've been watching some stuff about this aircraft. Again, I'm not really too sure what to do. I've got I've set up on VS, but if I do that FPA, what does that do? Oh no, we do VS. We'll do VS mode. I think that's safer. So we'll do our climbs and descents using VS mode. I think that's the best thing to do while I'm still not 100% familiar with the aircraft. And we got quite, if we do 2,000 feet per minute, and then let's take those landing lights off. We're above 10,000 feet now. Let's sync the heading bug. There's an aircraft quite close to us, but looks like it's going to be a no factor. And we should be if we actually bring our nose down a little bit, we can accelerate up to our climb speed of 270 knots, which we saw in here. And according to some pilots, there we go, we can climb up now. 190.
Climb and maintain flight level.
So according to some pilots who fly the E-jets, the E170s and the E190s, these aircraft, when you've got them programmed correctly, they literally just fly by themselves. Apparently, as soon as you take off, it will just fly all the way until landing.
Ocean 68 Heavy, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
So we've got up to our climb speed now. How's the engines running? They're at 80% N1, so we're okay. There we go. It's actually flying on the L now very nicely, this aircraft. Is that like... I bet that this sort of area, it looks to me as if we're in the sort of Skegness area. That is the wash. That is what they call the wash. It's a massive sort of area. And interestingly, there's a beach resort over this side called Hunstanton, which is an East Coast resort, but it faces towards the west. And once again, I've got a thing saying that we've lost our internet connection. Let me just check. According to my PC, we're still connected to the internet, and my phone is not having any Wi-Fi issues. I'm still connected to my internet at home, so I don't know what Flight Sim is doing. I don't know if it's their servers having some issues, but we'll continue with our flight anyway. And then once again we'll sync our heading mode. There we go. It keeps dropping in and out of connection. It's really strange. The weather conditions today compared to the last flight we did, remember the last flight we did, the weather was not very nice. It's very windy, and we also had like very thick clouds both above and below us. This flight today, clear skies. As you can see, there's some clouds in the distance over there, but really nice weather. We're coming over to the top of Norfolk now. This is absolutely beautiful part of the UK, and I live like in the area just over there, just in the distance. We come to North Norfolk quite frequently, actually, me and my family. And they've got nice beaches and some nice places to visit, in fact. So we're just climbing quite conservatively, actually, because I could probably go up to 2,000 feet per minute, can't I? And it's not going to push the engines too hard. 81, And again, I'm going to watch some more tutorials on how to get the aircraft configured a bit better. I mean, it doesn't have a VNAV profile, so you can't just click the VNAV button here and then it does the climbs and the descents by itself. But to be fair, that's how I used to fly many years ago on the old flight sims anyway, because I wasn't really that familiar back then with VNAV profiles and RNAV profiles. So I would be very much just GPS. We use the GPS for the flight, and then for the climbs and descents we just use vertical speed. So I've gotten used to sort of managing altitude quite nicely. As you can see here, this is the wash. It's quite a big area, and in fact parts of the wash used to be even further out. A lot of the area around here is very much reclaimed from the sea. And yeah, we're just coming over North Norfolk now. I'm going to open a map so I can actually talk about the locations that we're passing over here. So what you can see down here on the corner here, this is sort of Hunstanton, Home on Sea, I think it's called. Yeah, Home next to sea. And then we'll follow up the North Norfolk coast. I think it might switch over to the other side in a minute. Oh, what's this? Fuel low level. Fuel on board 1.2 tons. Do we have enough to continue? How much fuel are we supposed to be burning? Let me double check. We should be burning 1.03 kilos. We've got 1.2 left. This should be okay actually for our flight. We've got a slight... Perhaps I can open the crossfeed valve. Should we open the crossfeed? Where's the crossfeed? I'm still getting used to the aircraft here. Crossfeed valve, we can open it. So we can get more even. We check the fuel. I actually closed it, so everything is sort of automatic on this aircraft. So although we're slightly off balance, the aircraft seems to be managing it okay. And I think we should be okay in terms of our fuel. 1.17. I think we should be okay for fuel. We're at cruise now, so are we at cruise already? No, you know what I haven't done is set to standard. Oh, it's okay. Air traffic control is stuck. That's strange. Let's do radio. Com 1. Let's switch Com 1. And then we'll switch it back. There we go. Oh, we've got a bit stuck there.
Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Oh, there you go. So we did get our clearance up to our cruise. Let's do VS again. And we'll do quite a conservative climb. And I think before we even get to our cruise, they might end up getting us to descend already. We'll monitor the fuel. But we're just flying over North Norfolk now. Very nice part of the country, to be honest, in the UK. If you ever get an opportunity, I would always say go. So, we could actually try to go for a little wander here. Let's open the cockpit door. And we'll go for we can actually go for a little wander through the aircraft if you like. So this is the Embraer 170, the little brother to the 190. Now the 190 is obviously a more popular aircraft, especially here in Europe. But the 170 is a good aircraft as well. Oh, look at that. You can actually put the lights on from this panel.
City 1046, contact Amsterdam Center on 119.175.
I like that. Sidewall ceiling. Bright, 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 bright. Does that actually do anything? That's really cool. I didn't realize that the flight attendant like panel works. Well, it's got click spots, but it doesn't seem to work, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. Anyway, let's go walk through the cabin. So this one has been laid out in a 2-class configuration. You can set this up. There's 3 different setups for the cabin, actually. You've got this one, which is 2-class, and it has what looks like 6 business class or first class, whatever the class they consider it as, seats, and then the rest of it is economy. The other layout is high density, which is all economy but very, very tightly bunched together. I'm not too sure what sort of airlines would be operating with that configuration. And then of course you've got the all economy kind of spacious, that which is basically most European airlines. So this is a very small aeroplane. Now I've flown in this one. I've flown in the 170 and also the 190. Now my experience with them both times was actually the 190 I actually flew into Manila, but I've also done a flight into London City, and the only one other time that I've flown in the 170, this version, was when I flew into London City as well. So these aircraft were basically a way to replace the older British-built Avros and the BAE 146. The Avro RJs, the regional jets, the 4-engine regional jets, and most airlines did end up replacing them with these E-jets. And these E-jets came from the sort of mid-2000s. Now, I had the choice when buying, do I buy the 190 or the 170? Debated long and hard in my head, and I thought 170 makes more sense for me because it means it can open me up to the United States. Flying in the United States, this is where the 170's bread and butter kind of is. The 170 and the 175 basically exist as a result of the United States regulations on regional jets, and it's to do with capacity. The 190 is obviously more popular in Europe, but it's also a bit of a shame that the guys at Flight Sim Studio didn't actually put steep approach capability into this aircraft, even though I know for sure, because I've actually flown on a 170 into London City Airport, that steep approach is enabled. Now I don't know by default or if it's just the aircraft that BA City Flyer used to fly, because now they're an exclusive 170 fleet, 190 fleet, I apologise. So anyway, we're back in the cockpit. Fuel we're running out of fuel very quickly. I might actually have to... Okay, I've got radio issues again. Let's do 124.850. Put that in there. Switch comms. And then... Oh, what did I do? This is scary because I'm not really too sure what I'm doing. There we go, that works. I don't know why the radio keeps coming in and out all the time. So yeah, we've been in the air for 20 minutes. We've probably got another 20 minutes of flight time left as we fly over the North Sea here. Oh, there's a bit of a kink there, but that's probably so that we can actually line up with the runway. So, is there a way to check arrival times? That's the flight plan. Route? Program. ETA, there you go. So 12:20. Wait, so this flight is going to be more than an hour. That's not what I was expecting. And we've got fuel emergency now as well.
Climb and maintain flight level 310 KLM 76 uniform.
Okay, we might have to do diversion to Norwich. Gonna go into heading mode. Is there a way for me to change the flight plan? Nav, departure link, menu, departure arrivals, fixed waypoints. Oh, okay, 190 then. Alright, we're going down.
Descend and maintain flight level 190 KLM 76 uniform.
I did actually say we might end up just doing... We'll do a descent at about 1.5. I did say we might end up not actually getting to cruise altitude on this particular flight. So we're starting to descend now.
Prosimy o pozostanie na miejscach. Nasz serwis pokładowy niebawem przejdzie po kabinie w celu zabrania niepotrzebnych odpadów.
Now, one of the things I've been told about is the speed. Is if you can get on top of the speed before descending or around the descending period, it should be not too bad. So we're going to bring the speed down. Actually, that's not doing too bad, to be fair. So let's do about 260 for our descent. So we've started our descent now into Amsterdam. And weather is still looking not too bad, to be honest. And I wonder if there's a way to get the METAR on here. I don't think there is. No, I don't have a navigraph, so that's not going to work for me. Ah, we're in the Amsterdam. Let's do it. We're in the Amsterdam. Oh, nope. So we're in the Amsterdam Centre now.
119.175 KLM 76 uniform. Goodbye.
Okie dokie.
Amsterdam
Switch
Center
you over.
KLM 76 uniform is passing flight level 260, descending flight level 190.
KLM 675 heavy climb and maintain flight level 220. Turkish 1345 climb and maintain flight level 340. KLM 76 uniform Amsterdam Center radar contact. Continue to pose. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
There we go. Oh, so it hasn't worked. It's worked out okay. It's just our fuel is a bit low.
KLM 685 heavy contact London Center on 118.475. Good day.
Just gonna nip to the loo for a second.
Going to 118.475 KLM 685 heavy. Seabird 435 climb and maintain flight level 260. Climb and maintain flight level 260 Seabird 435.
Right, I think we should probably check our performance for landing.
Flight level 300. Airbus Delta Sierra Echo contact London Center on 118.475.
So if I open this one, sign in, why? Oh no, why is that not working?
118.475 Airbus Delta Sierra Echo. Goodbye.
Okay, that's not working, is it? Right. Let me get some info. No ice. Flaps 5 for landing. Okay, so there's a 5 and there's a 4.
705 climb and maintain 12,000 feet. American 719er heavy, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 380. Climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Transavia 6705. Climb and maintain flight level 380 American 719er heavy.
003. And then we go the weather conditions on the ground.
Climb and maintain flight level
Cloudy.
330 Air France 1774.
Landing temperature.
Cathay 216 heavy contact London Center on 118.475. Good day.
5 degrees.
983, you are 600 feet below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level 360.
Let's get our aircraft down further. Get the speed.
118.475.
And there's our
Cathay
speeds
216
with
heavy.
flap 5. That's fine.
Goodbye.
Approach speeds. Oh, okay, I like that. Green dot or fixed. Green dot will be fine. Flight plan. Let's do landing. There you go, 19,000 feet.
Commodore 2114 heavy, you are 300 feet below your assigned altitude.
Hopefully they should step us down in a bit as well.
KLM 76 uniform descend and maintain 13,000 feet. Keep speed not
There you
above
go,
250
13.
knots.
We could do flight level change. Is that gonna manage our speed quite nicely? We got radio communication issues again. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? So many problems today.
KLM 76 uniform, you are 40 miles west. Climb and maintain flight level 210, expect turn at runway 36 right approach via Suggle transition. Clear to Suggle. KLM 76 uniform, climb and maintain flight
Why do you want me to
level
climb?
330. Climb and maintain flight level 330, expect turn
And all of a sudden our voices have changed. We've got the AI controlling now. Oh, we're not climbing because we need to descend. Oh, where are we going now? Now this is what I was thinking is going to happen. 7,000, there we go. Reaver. Okay, where are we going now? Heading mode. Oh, apologies. 7,000 now. 7,000. Speed not above 22. 220. Let's do this. I have no idea what's happened there. Let me just get the heading bug moved across. Should we be going to river? So why can I not do a direct there? Route. Ah, direct to... Oh, now I'm confused. User. There's a waypoint there called river. Oh my god, I don't know what's going on. Let's get the speed brake out. Burn some of that speed. Oh, it's a massive speed brake. We have the same voice as the controller. Two 966. Oops. Icing conditions. How do we get de-icing on? Let's have a look. Pressurization, electrical pump system, mode, icing protection, automatic, wing. Oh, these probably turn them off. Windshield heating, that's probably turning it off as well. I think everything is on by default, to be fair. No warnings now. We're very low on fuel as well. Our speed is kind of climbing quite aggressively. I'm not too sure where I'm supposed to be going now because... Ah! I'm losing it now. Well, this has been fun. This has been fun. The navigation's sort of all over the place now. Direct. program. I have no idea what's going on now. Routing. It's so confusing now what's actually going on that I'm not too sure. It doesn't look like I can actually set any directs. And now if I hit the nav button, what's it going to do? Is it going to just spin us around? Right, we're going to do it like this then instead. I'm going to do this like I did last time. So what this is going to do, by the looks of it, is going to bring us over the top and then bring us around for the ILS. I'm not going to climb 15,000. Are you kidding me? Because we're going to come right over the top of the airport. There you go. Oh, I just realised we left the speed brake out and it's burning the fuel like crazy. We've only got 200 pounds left. Oh no. So we're going to do this instead. Oh yeah, look at that. We'll set a low auto brake for the landing. Let me set up GSX as well for the landing. EHAM, we'll use the Bravo gates, I think. Bravo 16. And we'll use KLM. So the airport is just here actually. So in reality we could just break off and start. You know what? We could. Let's go down to 3. Heading mode. I'm going to really, like the other controller we had, I'm going to really piss them off. No, that's the speed. Heading bug. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start... Oh my god. I can't keep the... There we go. Let's cancel IFR. Oh crap. Come on. There we go. And then we'll bring the speed down. And then what we're going to do, nearest airport, Schiphol, tower, full stop landing. That will do us.
Make straight in runway 36 right, KLM 76 unit.
Flaps coming down to 1. Speed brakes coming back up. Speed's coming down now. We're going to arm the localizer. Actually, we can arm the approach now. Just need to get the speed down. Let's use the speed brakes again. Heading mode. We're nearly out of fuel actually. Right. Cabin crew, seats for landing please. Right, we're going to intercept the ILS just here as well. Should be on the localizer in just a moment. Localizer's engaged. The flaps free. There's the localizer captured. Very nice. Just waiting for the glide slope to come alive as well. Runway's in sight. There's the runway. Let's reset this heading bug. Just waiting for the glide slope to come alive now. It's still white. We've only got 50 pounds of fuel now left in the aircraft. $40. Do you think I can actually add the weight? If I can give like just a tiny bit more fuel. Okay, there you go. I've added a bit more fuel. Actually, that's a bit too much fuel. Take it away. Okay, glide slope is just about to come alive. Gears coming down. Flaps down to 5. This is our final position now. Oh no, that's flaps 4. One more flap setting. Flap coming down now to our 5th position. Very good. And we can drop our speed now to about 135. There's an aircraft ahead of us. Coming down quite nicely actually. We burnt a lot more fuel than we were expecting as well. But we should be on the ground any moment now. Hopefully they're going to clear us in for landing. There's an aircraft ahead of us, but I'm not too sure what they're trying to do. Where are you going? Transavia? Where are you going? Oi! Whoa, that was really close. What was he doing? Why is my TCAS not coming up either? Oh, TARA should have come up. Oh, it's back on standby. T8R rating. There you go. Profile's good. There's a slight wind coming off to our side. Hopefully we'll get our clearance any moment now for our landing. I wonder if you can call for the follow me straight away. Free this parking from AI. Change facility. Revoke parking services. Okay. So we'll just wait until we're on the ground for the request.
KLM 76 uniform
Number 2?
Follow the aircraft on final. Wind 308 at 14. Clear to land runway 36 right. Clear to land runway 36 right, number 2 KLM 76 uniform.
Apparently we're number 2, but I can't see an aircraft ahead of us that's supposed to be landing. Unless it was that weird Transavia that just sort of came in the opposite direction to us. But either way, we're gonna land, so we might end up ignoring the ATC again. I can't see any aircraft ahead of us, so there's not even an aircraft on the runway. 1,000 feet check. Alright, we've got a bit of a wind coming in from the left side. The aircraft is pushing and pulling a bit. Autopilot's off, hand flying now. The auto throttle is still engaged.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue. Runway's clear.
100.
Oh, the wind is really pushing.
50. 40. 50. 20.
Throttle.
10.
Throttle.
Oh, hard landing. Hard landing. Oh, there's that Transavia again. Oh my gosh.
Auto brake.
Wow, there's...
KLM 76 uniform.
There you go.
06 taxiway.
Oh my gosh. What happened to that Transavia?
Szanowni Państwo,
KLM 76 uniform, contact ground on 121.805.
Alright, we'll get the APU started now. They can come off, strobes can come off as well. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask for the follow me. Oh my goodness.
KLM 76 uniform, did you hear my last transmission? 121.805 KLM 76 uniform.
Right, I don't know what happened to that Transavia. 58 minutes that took us. 48 minutes, apologise. That flight time, which is a lot longer than I was expecting, considering how it is in real life. Oh, that was quite the approach. But this aircraft, actually, it flies really, really nicely. Like, genuinely, this aircraft flies really, really nicely. And it makes me really happy, actually, because it's a nice, small, regional aircraft. Can do lots of small regional flights with it. Yeah, there's the follow me vehicle. We're going to follow a follow me car. What happened to that Transavia? It's following us. That's what happened to the Transavia. That follow me car. Let's go. Shame about the fuel though. Like loaded fuel, we ended up burning through a lot more than we were supposed to. Where is he going? Is he going that way? Okay. I'm not too sure where we are. I think we're at the Delta gates here. So we're not too far off actually where we're supposed to be. Wow, this aircraft flies really nicely, genuinely. So I'm looking forward to doing some more flights with this. I've got a couple of ideas, especially in the United States, for some very interesting flights. Honestly, everything about this aircraft is really good. The sounds are great. The feel of the aircraft is fantastic as well. Like, it feels weighty, even compared to the Phoenix A320, which is supposed to be one of the most detailed aircraft available on the flight sim. This, honestly, is it's fantastic. I'm looking forward, like I say, to doing a lot more flights. Maybe some with KLM here in Europe. Maybe a few historic flights of British Airways City Flyer, and doing some American regional flights as well, which will be great for this channel. Just doing a nice range of flights, because it seems to be very Airbus heavy at the moment, doesn't it? So this is a nice change from things, and you can join me on my journey of learning the aircraft as well. Here's the B gates now. Turn off our taxi lights as well, just so that we don't blind. Now there is a wing restriction on this taxiway here and this parking area. It's perfect for the Embraer E-Jets and maybe the A220s as well. So I think we're on B16. Is probably going to be almost right at the end, because this is like B36. Okay, here we are. B16. Oops, we stopped on the taxiway. There we go. We overshot ever so slightly. Parking brake can come on. and then we just shut down the engines, number 1 and number 2. There we go. Request deboarding. And then beacon light can come. Okay, beacon light can come off, and the seatbelt signs can come off as well. Alright, thank you for flying with us today, and I hope you've enjoyed that one. That was an interesting one for me. First time doing this on the this aircraft. Oh, got a bit of skew with, but that's alright. And then we'll just open the rear door as well. And there we go. There we have it. So that's the Embraer 190. Oh, 190? The 170 with Eastern Airways and operating on behalf of KLM Cityhopper from their base in Humberside all the way to Amsterdam. And I thank you for joining me today. And I hope to do some more flights with the Embraer here. Fingers crossed, flights will be much more smoother than this one, with correct weights for the fuel, and also, correct weights and other things like the approaches, because the AI, it doesn't necessarily do the greatest of things. Anyway, this is a custom GSX profile. As you can see, people are actually walking out instead of taking a bus, and I thank you for traveling with me today, and I hope to see you on another video, especially here on the Embraers, on the 170 and the 175. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you on another one.